What do you think is the number one problem that every young person goes through?
You just let everything go. You just go with the flow. You don't plan anything. You don't have any structure.
Have you struggled with this before?
And then I was like, I gotta do something. If you're just home doing nothing, just watching TV, playing video games, you're not using your mind to its full capacity.
How did you overcome that stage of being lost?
Honestly, that's the hardest thing to do. Everyone wants to move out.
Why do you think young people feel so lost in life?
Honestly, I think
Ansh, bro. How are you?
good, man. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Thanks for coming on.
Nah, it's all good,
I
bro.
appreciate it.
Come a long way from YDA.
Yeah, I know.
Sitting in your car,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I know.
With the camera.
Yeah, with the camera on the window.
Come a long way, man.
I'll start with your introduction. Tell us about yourself. Give us a short introduction.
Oh, well, you know me. I'm a uni student, doing TAFE on the side, doing part-time job at Harvey Norman.
Nice.
Yeah, working on my own stuff on the side
18,
as well.
19?
Yeah, 19,
Nice.
turning in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. All right. This is the question that will start off the topic for today.
All
All
right.
right. What do you think is the number one problem that every young person goes through?
I think everyone, to an extent, at the start is very complacent. Especially, when you have to transition between high school, you finish your high school and you're going into uni. Especially if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you want to do in the future, you get very lazy, you get complacent.
Being lost.
Yeah, you're lost. You just let everything go. You just go with the flow. You don't plan anything. You don't have any structure. And that's where it spirals down, I think.
Yeah. It leads to like bad mental health,
Yeah.
bad
'Cause
relationships.
You see other people who seem to have all their life together, everything planned out,
And then
doing
it
everything.
stresses you out.
And yeah, you look at yourself, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm at home doing nothing. These guys
Yeah.
out there like already like.
But
set
in
up.
reality, like everyone has that struggle.
Everyone has it. Yeah.
Especially young people.
Yeah. I mean, there's always gonna be someone that always seems to have a perfect life.
But in reality, it's not
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you struggled with this before?
Oh yeah, 100%, bro.
Well, when would you say was your like phase of complacency?
Like I said, the peak time I was like this was probably right after high school ended. HSC finished.
Really? So like last year, this year?
Yeah, started this year.
Damn.
End of last year, the New Year's.
Yeah.
As soon as high school finished, bro, obviously you want to relax a bit. You don't want to get right into it. But yeah, I took that until uni started, like Feb. Wasn't doing much. And then I was like, I got to do something, bro. Like, I can't just keep doing this. And I started doing more things. I got a job. So at that time, in January, I started working at Specsavers. And then I was trying to make some money.
Okay. So was it mostly like financial struggles?
It wasn't finance. Like, it's not that I don't like. It's not
Or was
that I
it
need
like
to-
what you did?
I just wanted to do more. I just don't want to like sit around at home. I wanted to like set myself up for the future.
It's a common problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you describe what it's like having nothing to do?
Right. At first, you're like, "Oh, this is great. I wish every day could be like this."
Yeah.
And then it just becomes a routine where you just don't do anything. You wake
Yeah.
up at 11. You wake up at 12. I don't know.
How does that affect your mental health?
It
You
really
personally?
does. Like, because when you're just at home alone, not even alone. If you're just home doing nothing, just watching TV, playing video games, you're like, you're not using your mind to its full capacity.
Yeah.
It's like you're limiting yourself.
Yeah. It's
And
good in the short term, but
yeah, it's
in
good.
the
Like maybe
long term-
every once in a while, you have a
Yeah.
lazy day or whatever. That's fine.
it really screws with your head in the long
Yeah,
term.
because then you get used to that, and then you start like your brain just becomes slower. Like I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna lie.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like you can't comprehend things the same. Your brain's not as fast as it used to be because you're not training it. Like every day when you're doing something, you're focusing. You're training your brain slowly and more and more. But if you just don't do anything for like a month, 2 months, your brain obviously isn't going to be as good as it was before.
Yeah. I see. You still find yourself struggling with this? Being lost in any aspect of
At
your
times, yeah.
life? Which aspect?
Honestly, it's a bit different to what it was before.
Yeah.
Before, it was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know where to start, that kind of stuff. How do I improve my life, that kind of stuff. Now, it's more like I'm doing so many different things. I've got TAFE, I've got uni, I've got work. I've got my own side things that I do. At this point, it's more like, is this going to work out? Is this the right decision I'm making? Is this the right path that I'm taking?
Yeah.
That kind of thing, rather than like, where do I start? So I think everyone does have that own, doubting themselves. Everyone does that over time, especially when you get stuck into it. Like if you go into IT, for example, you get stuck into it and then it's like it's harder than people think. You know, you get stuck into it, and then you're just thinking, is this the right thing for me? Like, is there anything else I can do? So it's more that kind of stuff.
I see. How did you overcome that stage of life of being lost and complacency?
Honestly, that's the hardest thing to do, just to overcome it.
How long did it take you, would you say?
It took me like a couple of months to get like back into it. To actually doing things and not wasting time. Yeah. It took me a good couple of months to like actually get myself there.
Was there a lot of procrastination, anxiety?
When you start, you're like, I'll just do it later. You know, like when you start, okay, today I'm gonna do this. You get to it and you're like, I'll just do it.
Like tomorrow. Apply for jobs and stuff.
Yeah. Like even when you're applying for jobs, like what I did,
like it's such a simple task, but we don't.
It's so tedious. Yeah, you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like what I did, I printed out my resume, like 30 copies. I just go like Rousey, I'll go any shopping mall. I just give it to every.
Earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I just did that everywhere. And then it's like, who's bothered, bro? We'll go tomorrow, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. What do you say to the youth who are struggling with this exact problem?
Honestly, it's a very overwhelming thing because we're still young. Like we're only 19.
Yeah.
We have a long way to go before we're where we want to be. Everyone thinks that when you start now, you just got to plan your entire life for for the rest of your life, but that's not the case. With us, we have so much time. We should take it one step at a time. Figure out what we want to do now. Yeah, obviously you should have a goal in your mind what you want to do in the future. Like you shouldn't just have nothing there. But
we have nothing to lose.
Yeah, like you never know what you want to do in 10 years. You never know where you're gonna be.
Yeah.
Like 5 years ago, if I thought I was gonna be studying civil engineering, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I would have thought I was doing something else. But now I am.
So the key is just finding your purpose right now.
Yeah, I mean, get an idea of it, but don't like go all out towards that one thing. You want to experience things.
Yeah.
You want to take it one step at a time.
Broaden your view.
Figure out what's right for you.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when you're young, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Because most people, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of exceptions, but most people have parents to take care of them. You know, they're not like, it's not like you need money right now. You don't have bills to pay in most cases. Yeah. So you take advantage of that, you know. Yeah,
but the thing is, no one takes advantage.
No one takes advantage of it. That's what I mean.
Everyone takes it for granted.
Exactly. Like you have.
Very sad.
Everyone wants to move out. I don't want to move out. Like.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I'm happy with my parents.
Yeah, that's the thing. I used to have that mindset. Same, I used to be like, I can't wait to move out.
Yeah, exactly.
After high school, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like as soon as high school's over, I'm moving out.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Like you got no bills to pay. You have no rent to pay.
At the same time, it's like family struggles as well.
Family struggles.
When you're young, you tend to have lots of those. Conflicts and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you went back in time 3 years and met yourself somehow, but you only have 1 minute to talk to each other, what would you say?
That's a good question, but I don't have an exact answer to that, to be honest. Honestly,
what type of advice would you say to him?
I would just say, just be careful with what you do and take everything one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself, because that's what a lot of people I've seen do. Like our age, even younger than us, they just overwhelm themselves. They think, I have to do this in this amount of time. And they just, just stress each other. They stress themselves out, and then they end up just not doing it at all. Take it one step at a time. Break it down. Make manageable goals for yourself. If you want to be an astronaut, figure out what the first step is. Yeah. Make a goal for yourself, and then just keep going one step at a time.
Yeah, because young people see it as like one whole big challenge when in reality it's just one step at a time.
That's right. Yeah.
Like baby steps.
Yeah, you just gotta make it easier for yourself.
Yeah, that's where anxiety comes in as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, on all the bad mental health effects and stuff, stress. Yeah. Why do you think young people feel so lost in life?
Honestly, I think, like I said before, it has to do with the fact that it's just the expectations that everyone has, like your parents, I'm sure. Mostly ethnic parents I'm ethnic, I know. Yeah. But they have big expectations, or a lawyer, doctor, engineer, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Especially like migrants.
Yeah. So it's like it's just those things that people expect of you, especially family, parents.
And you're anxious you can't meet those expectations.
So when you're like, when your parents tell you, you have to be a doctor, you don't want to be a doctor. Yeah. Obviously you're gonna feel lost. Like, what do I do? Struggling and all that. It's like you're drowning yourself. It's that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to take advice from those older than you. You know, they have experience. It's good to take advice, but at the end of the day, it's you living your life.
Yeah, you can't really, like...
You can't just adhere to someone else's wishes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta do your own thing.
It's very sad. Do you believe that depression is real?
To an extent, yeah. It is real, but it's something that I do think is manageable. You have to just know what you want to do. If you really are depressed and you want to get out of it, if you want to do something about it, you have to take a step. I know a lot of people who hide behind that fact and they allow it to just, you know, wither away. You know, they hide behind the fact that they have depression and they just wither away and do nothing about it. They don't fix themselves. They don't work towards fixing themselves or anything at all.
Yeah, and most young people don't know the actual root of the cause.
Yeah, and if you don't know the root, then how are you going to fix it?
Yeah. It's mostly like a self-analyzation.
Yeah.
You need to look into yourself and ask those really hard questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to know, like, even if you do have those feelings, if you do feel that way, there's still a way out. You can still find
like, it's
help.
not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Even though it does feel like that.
It does feel like that, 100%. Like, even from experience, like, it feels like shit, bro.
Yeah, I know.
But you just gotta go through it. I mean, there's no other option. You can't just, like, live the rest of your life in depression, you know, I can't do this, whatever.
Yeah.
You have to find a way through it.
And also, like, looking at the reality of the situation, like, you're young, so...
Yeah, you have so much time.
There's not that much pressure that you have to, you know, meet.
Yeah.
Like, the expectations that everyone and society puts on you, you can't blame yourself for not meeting
Exactly.
them.
You're young. You have so much time.
Are today's content creators and influencers too toxic for the youth?
That's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I feel like yes, but with the content creators of today, you've got like big names. It really depends because you have a lot of them who are really positive, who are a good influence, good role models, and then you have negative ones. Obviously, there's always light, there's always dark. Like there's no black and white in this kind of thing. It's just you have good ones and you have bad ones, and you should focus on the good ones. You know, if you're gonna watch them, focus on positive ones. You know, learn things from them instead of focusing on the bad ones.
Yeah. Would you say like streamers and, you know, those TikTokers and public figures, are they a bad influence because like they hook young people too much into their content?
Yes, but it just depends on which ones. Like there are some positive ones, like I'm sure you know Gideon.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah.
Gideon, he you know how he was. He was like a prankster and everything, but he's changed his entire thing. You know, he's living by God and everything. So
it's a good, like, those types of people need to understand that they have, they're like role models.
Exactly. They have a lot of kids looking up to them and wanting to be like them.
And it's such a big role.
Yeah.
Like, really.
It really affects the youth.
The next generation is like watching you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all dependent on them, and it's very important that you show a positive message rather than just being a dickhead.
Do you think young people should be watching content all day?
Not all day, no.
What's the bar? What's the maximum and minimum hours spent on watching content?
Look, honestly, I personally think there's better things to do than watching content all day. It's not to say it's a bad thing. Obviously, it's a form of entertainment by all means. But as long as it's not getting in the way of your actual life, then it's fine.
But that's the problem. It gets in the way
of
everyone's life.
Everyone's life. Yeah. You just got to manage it. Like, it's different for everyone. Some people, for them, it'll be like an hour, 2 hours. Some people...
people have crazy numbers.
Exactly.
Especially young people.
Especially young people, yeah.
Like, it's like they don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
But in reality, you have a life that you can live, but you just choose to waste it.
I don't see anyone with hobbies anymore. Like,
that's sad.
Like, if I'm ever talking to someone, even our age, bro, like, if I talk to someone, they just don't have any hobbies. They just go uni, they watch whatever, or just hang out with their friends. They don't have, like, any personal hobbies.
Yeah, that's
kind of sad.
What are your hobbies?
Oh, well...
Just name like 2 or 3.
Oh, I play guitar.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
No?
I've been playing guitar since like he's 6. Bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I probably forgot.
Yeah.
So we've known each other since year 7, right?
Yeah. Year 7. Yeah. I probably told you some time ago. But yeah, I play guitar. I do a lot of drawing. I read.
Nice. Yeah. What kind of books?
I love philosophy. I'm really getting into
okay.
philosophy lately. But most of the time, it's more like non-fiction. Wait, no.
Yeah, same.
Non-fiction.
I read non-fiction as well.
Yeah.
I like the self-help books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius?
I'm reading that now.
Oh, okay.
It's such a good book.
I've read the whole thing. It's pretty good, but it's very hard to understand.
It is, yeah, because you're reading from perspective of
like a
Roman emperor.
Emperor, yeah. Anyways, should kids be working long hour jobs?
Honestly, I believe that it's a good thing because it teaches you a lot if you're working long hours. Obviously, as long as like child labor or anything, but if it's like a long, good job that teaches you things, you know, talking to people, communication, that kind of stuff, then I think it's a good thing for sure. It teaches them accountability and responsibility, you know, getting to work on time. You have these rules. Obviously, school is similar, but again, it's different. School is a different environment to work. So I think it's a good thing, to be honest.
What do you think? What are your thoughts on the education system?
It can definitely be improved.
Outdated?
Very. I think Australia has one of the better ones compared to would see like in the US or whatever. Yeah. I think we are a bit luckier than them, but still it definitely can be improved. There's a lot of huge expectations on us, which are, as you know, we just finished our HSC. It's insane how much they expect.
And the crazy thing is, like, in the end, you realize that it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
It's so ironic because you put all this pressure on us.
Exactly. That's
what?
The worst part. Like you the entire time you're in high school or in primary school, you know, teachers like, oh, this one, they won't allow this in high school. Then you get to high school, like, oh, you have year 12, you have to be stricter, they don't allow this stuff in uni. And when you get to like year 11, I remember the first day of year 11, they're like, okay, now we're starting for HSC, forget everything what you've learned so far. Bro, I shut myself. I'm like, what am I doing for
it's
so much
rigged.
pressure.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter at the end. Even if you get a bad ATAR, you can still get into a good uni. If you get a good ATAR, you can still go to a bad uni. It doesn't matter at all.
School, there's lots of good things about school.
Yeah.
Like the socializing part. But in terms of like genuine education, I think it stops being useful around like 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
And then from then on, it's just complete bullshit.
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
Like, they don't teach you anything about important stuff that you need. Taxes, you know, how to manage money. That is the most important stuff.
Why do you think they don't teach that?
Because they don't want you to know that.
Yeah.
Because, look, if you think about it, banks make their money off credit card debt.
Yeah.
The entire world, banks, they make their money off credit card. People who can't pay back. People who aren't money smart.
Yeah.
They don't teach you that. And when you get to earning money, right, they don't teach you responsibility with your money, financial security, that kind of stuff.
Investing.
And they don't teach you that kind of stuff. When you're, just imagine a 14-year-old gets a job, he's making, I don't know, $100, $200 a week. He's going to spend it on dumb shit.
Yeah.
He's going to spend it on food. He's going to buy random stuff that he doesn't need. He's not going to save it up like the average 14-year-old, because they're not taught that way. They're not going to want to.
And they don't teach young people creative thinking.
Yeah.
It's like
it's very limited.
They try and like put you in this position where you have to think a certain way.
Yeah.
Especially in math, right? You're not allowed to think outside the box.
Basically.
Sort of. Yeah.
They limit your creativity for sure.
And that's why everyone tends to obey and conform to society, to the educational system.
Yeah.
The world we live in, bro.
What a world, bro.
Yeah. What do you think? Sorry. What do you think is the number one mental health issue in today's youth today?
I just think, like I said, it's just the feeling of being lost. That's not really a mental issue. It stems from other issues, anxiety.
I think that's the core.
That is the core,
because feeling lost leads to anxiety, and then
Yeah.
there's stress, and then there's depression,
Exactly.
right? And then there's a whole other thing that comes from those three alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's what stems for most of the issues that kids face. There's a lot of kids who can barely focus in school. You know, there was a study, I don't know exactly how much, but compared to like previous generations, like the kids nowadays, like ADHD and ODD, that kind of stuff has skyrocketed compared to like even our generation.
Who would you blame for this problem, feeling lost, this whole generation just having no sense of fulfillment or purpose?
There's no real way to like blame someone for it. I think it's just because there's a huge disconnect between, you know, our parents' generation and our generation. So in our parents' generation, there's people who work 9 to 5s. The average Joe works 9 to 5, has a good job, takes care of his family. You know, they work, come home, family, whatever. But in our generation, there's so many people. There's like other jobs now. There's other ways to make money.
Yeah, there's like
a whole.
It's so expanded now.
Exactly, like you have streamers,
especially
you have
with
YouTubers.
AI.
Yeah,
there's also a limit. There's a limited number of job positions nowadays were taken away from technological advances. Yeah. Do you think school or social media plays a major role in mental health?
Yeah, 100%. Because in social media, I don't know if you've seen this, but all over TikTok, all over TikTok, you see these people like flexing their crypto money or whatever, the link to buy. It's all fake. Yeah, they're like, oh, my Lambo, this and that.
It's really toxic.
It's so toxic because then kids are like, oh, I can do this too. And then they're like, oh, buy my course, I'll teach you how to do this. Yeah. Kids get their parents' and mom's credit card and do it. Yeah. It's all a scam.
Yeah. I'll ask you this. Do you think going to the gym, solves all mental health problems?
Not all of them. I think the gym is just a way to distract yourself. It's a means to an end. Like you can't like expect just going to the gym is gonna like cure your anxiety. It's gonna get rid of depression. It's not gonna do that. It's gonna distract you. It's a way to put that bad energy into a positive way. But at the end of the day, it's really you versus you. You just got to take care of yourself. The gym is one way to start, for sure. But you just got to take care of your body and your mind as well. If you just go to the gym but you still have those bad habits, you know, sleeping in all day, unclean room, that's
common.
It's very common, yeah.
Yeah. Like, especially nowadays, that gym is a very big niche and then like a very big hobby for young people, right? You see all these young people going to the gym and then they just go home and completely
just
waste everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you need to take care of every aspect of yourself, not just physically. Yeah, it's good to become strong, it's good to become bigger, but like that's not helping your mind. It's distracting you for sure, but it's not helping you develop new habits, you know, train your mind, get better at things, stop wasting time, stop procrastinating.
Like those types of things though are like boring to young people. They honestly couldn't care less.
Just imagine a kid trying to read meditations.
Yeah,
After
I know.
the first page is gonna drop.
I know. Yeah, that's the problem. Because
they have no attention.
No, it's not that. It's young people want quick rewards all the time.
Dopamine.
And they get that from gym. You know, getting more confident in your physique, in your body. Yeah, you feel good for a while, but there comes a point in time where all the other aspects in your life, like your habits and your daily routine, they take a toll on your mental health.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so it's important to learn how to manage your life.
Yeah,
not only balance. Just go to the gym and expect to solve every mental health problem.
There's balance to it.
No more anxiety. Nah, it's not true. Yeah. What's the one thing the youth should do after watching this podcast to improve their mental health?
Literally, wake up in the morning, make your bed. That's the first step. Make your bed, clean your room. There's so many people with messy rooms. Okay, you're not going to be able to think clearly in a messy room. Make your bed And if you struggle with like thinking, if you struggle with planning, literally get a book and just write things down.
Yeah, yeah. No one wants to do that though, because
No one wants to do that.
Yeah, because it's so old school, right? Especially we have these.
It's so much better. Like I don't even. It's not like a diary or anything.
Yeah,
just literally write. What are you gonna do today? Just write a list if you have to. Just write everything so you don't forget. So you don't overwhelm yourself. Just have clear goals. Make your bed. Go brush your teeth. Take a shower. I don't know your morning routine, but like just do things. You know, keep a routine. Don't wake up at any time. Go to sleep on time. Get 8 hours of sleep. Wake up in the morning. Just keep a routine.
Yeah.
Keep a healthy routine.
And don't make your life just go with the flow and random.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if you're home all day, even if you don't have uni, if you finish high school, if you finish uni, if you don't have work, just at least don't waste your time. Do something productive.
Do you meditate?
Yeah, every day.
Morning or night?
Whenever. Like I do, when I wake up I do it, when I go to sleep I do it as well, but in the day as well.
Oh, so you do it like once or more than once a day?
Yeah. I do like short meditations, like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It really, because I used to have the worst mind fog. I used to like not be able to think clearly at all.
Brain fog, yeah.
Yeah, brain fog. Like, meditation really helps with that.
Yeah, it does. Do you journal?
Yeah, I've started doing that lately.
Yeah. That's another thing that young people consider cringe or, you know, just not important. And in reality, these simple tasks and these routines that you can do easily, right, can actually genuinely change your life.
100%.
Because it's so much better than just scrolling on TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's going to be in bed until... You wake up at, like, 9. You're in bed until 10 scrolling through TikTok. Yeah. Just get up, make your bed, go do something. You know, make some breakfast.
Yeah. Do you... when you wake up, do you go on your phone? Or...
I avoid going on my phone immediately.
I'll just get stuck sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you just can't get up, whatever. When I wake up, I just check messages, see if there's anything important. You know, sometimes I get messages from work or whatever. Check messages, nothing. I go shower, make myself breakfast, that kind of thing.
Because I think when young people wake up and then they immediately go on their phones, right? I think that's just a way of completely losing the first thing you do in that day.
Yeah.
So you basically just lost that day. Yeah. Because when you go on your phone, like first thing in the morning, right? Turn off your alarm, check your messages, and then you get hooked onto the other apps. Then you get hooked onto your bed. You can't get up. You feel lazy. Yeah.
It just spirals.
You think young people should meditate more?
If it works for you, then 100%. It doesn't work for everyone.
Doesn't work for everyone.
I know some people have tried, it just doesn't work for them. Yeah. Which is fair.
I don't understand them though, because sometimes people
not doing it right.
No, sometimes I hear people say it frustrates them.
How does it frustrate you? It's the opposite.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's because they can't get their thoughts together.
That's a big problem. You like that just means you have to try harder and harder. Because meditation genuinely helps me a lot. When I'm trying to study, if I can't focus, I just close my eyes. You know, just meditate for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Stress.
And genuinely, I can focus a lot better.
Focus, yeah.
It helps.
What about journaling? What's the benefits of just writing on a book?
With me, all my thoughts are all over the place when I'm thinking about something. When I've got ideas, it's all over the place. I can't like put it together properly. Yeah. So for me, I just write down what I'm thinking. Yeah. So if I have an idea, I'll write at the top what my idea is. So if I'm talking about like, I don't know, if I'm designing something, then I write that down. Yeah. I write down all my ideas so that it's not all over the place, where I can see it in front of me, and then I can translate that into something creative. So that's one example. If I'm studying, you know, I just write down what I understand, what I don't understand. If I'm practicing for a test, if I have the topics, you know, of course, it helps so much. Yeah.
Do you journal like your day before you go to bed, and you just write about your day, or no?
Not really. I want to start doing that as well. I keep forgetting to. He's got to put in habit. Yeah. But I want to start doing that as well.
I see. Do you do gratitude journaling?
I've been thinking about that. I haven't started it. Like, I don't know about that. Like, I might do it as well.
I'm starting it this month. Yeah, it's one of my goals. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. It's different from just journaling your thoughts down. You have to really think about, like, everything around you in your life. Yeah.
I might start doing that as well. I'm just getting journaling now, so I'm going to take it step by step, like I said.
What content should young people actually be watching these days?
I think it's a hard question because different content is going to appeal to different people.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I like watching YouTube. So instead of watching like the brain rot stuff, I just watch something good.
I think YouTube is a lot better than TikTok.
Yeah,
but there's also shorts as well. So
Yeah.
I think I recommend young people who are watching this to avoid shorts.
Yeah.
So it really hooks you.
Because
the system
that's
is
what
built.
it is. The swiping.
Yeah.
It's just a dopamine
Yeah.
you get from swiping.
Yeah. The system is built to hook you and just get you to scroll endlessly. It's very sad. But should they be watching like streamers and stuff?
Depends on the streamer. I would say like if you have to watch a streamer, avoid it. Just don't.
Yeah.
But if you have to, watch someone like Gideon. Watch like George Jenko, Moist Critical.
Yeah.
Like avoid streamers because if you have to watch one, then watch them, I guess. But if you're gonna watch content in general, watch something that's worthy of your time and your energy.
Worthy. Okay. So what about the big content creators and influencers today? So like Sidemen, Mr. Beast.
They're definitely
PewDiePie,
funny. Like
KSI.
they're entertaining for sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast obviously does it for a good cause. So obviously I'm not saying don't watch them.
Yeah.
It's definitely good to watch, but don't get like so hooked that all you do is watch that stuff.
I mean, it's good to entertain yourself, but then there's
a balance you need to keep.
Yeah. There's a limit. Final question. This one's a big one. What should young people do to stop feeling lost in life?
This is going to be a bit controversial, but a lot of people just nowadays especially, they don't they have any spirituality. They don't think about God, or they don't believe in God or whatever. This atheism is very popular. I think genuinely having a figure, even if it's not a specific religion, is still very good. Because I'm Hindu, but I don't specifically just put myself in that religion. I have my own relationship with God. It's not like, God is Jesus, God is this, God is that, whatever. It's just God is God, that's it. And having a relationship like that has been beneficial for me. So I think having something like that is very underrated nowadays, especially. And it does help you a lot.
What about improving your values and beliefs and morals?
It all comes hand in hand. So if you have a figure like that, you have a certain
standard.
Yeah, you have a certain standard that you live by. You don't want to be a dickhead. He's got to you want to be a good person. You spread positivity. Yeah, be happy.
Just be a good human being.
Yeah, when you have that set of standards, you have a role model to look up to. It just makes life easier, because then it's not like you don't know how to live your life. You have those rules. It's like, I'm gonna live like this. You have that already. So it makes your life so much easier.
Yeah.
Instead of having to think in every situation, what should I do? What should I do? It's like, just be good. Help. Do what you can.
That's the key word, good.
Yeah.
It's very sad because most young people steer away from all the spiritual.
Yeah, it is very sad.
Like religion, meditating. Beliefs. Yeah, no young person wants to talk about those things except us. It's important to spread it.
Because you don't see their favorite YouTubers talking about it, and see streamers talking about it, so why should they? That's another thing. There are very God positive people, and their communities are really good. Like influencers and content creators. I mean, but the ones that aren't, you've seen Lil Nas X, satanic shit.
Yeah,
he's trying to become Christian now.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He tweeted something like, "You guys mind if I become Christian now?"
Nah, that's a joke. Such a joke. I think he's mocking.
He's just mocking at this point, bro.
That's not a good influence to the world. It's not that hard to be good. I want to talk more about this concept of being a good human being, because I've been thinking about it the past few weeks. How do we just simply be good? Just a good human being.
Honestly, there's so much. It's like the word good can mean just so much. Like,
what about I'll rephrase it. Anti-negativity.
it really comes back to like stoicism, like in meditations. You know, you've got your life, you've got a certain whatever situation you're in. You just got to take the positivity and go forward, because the world doesn't stop for you. If you're in a situation and it's like messed up for you or whatever, the world's not stopping. So why should you? You just got to keep pushing. There's this Russian proverb. I'm not going to say in Russian because I don't know Russian.
Yeah.
But basically translates to the shark that doesn't swim drowns. And it's true. Because like you just got to keep moving. Don't get stuck. The main reason why people feel so lost is because they don't keep they once their uni ends or high school ends, they stop and they're stuck.
Yeah, stop learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're stuck. That's the main thing.
One of the main problems in today's youth is also the fact that we steer towards negativity and being negative and spreading negative, news and just negative feelings overall, hate speech, all that stuff. Why do you think that? I'm talking specifically in young people. Why do you think we, as a generation, steer towards negativity?
Because if you look at it, if you're negative, if you spread negative news like on TikTok or whatever, you get more rise out of people than you would if you're spreading positivity. People want clout, they want more popularity, and they get that.
It's a psychological thing.
Yeah, they get that by being negative.
Humans are attracted to negativity more.
Like if you see on the news, there's something really bad happened. It's on the news. People are gonna watch that.
Yeah,
something
more
really,
eyes.
Yeah. If something really good happens, it's not going to be as popular on the news.
Yeah.
Because the news has a reputation for showing bad things. When was the last time you honestly saw something positive on the news? Like, think about it.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's more of a worldwide problem. As humans, we struggle with, balancing between negative and positive, especially controlling our emotions.
Yeah.
Stoicism. 100%. Yeah. It's very hard. I'm trying to get into that more and try to improve the way I react to things and circumstances. Yeah.
It really is difficult. It's hard to just cut all that negativity out of you.
Yeah.
You're human. You're gonna have emotions. It's just how do you move forward? That's the main thing. Like, yeah, this happened. You're sad about it. You're angry, whatever. But how do you move forward? What's the best move you can make?
It's like people don't want to move forward.
Yeah.
People just would rather stay in that position of drowning and in that rabbit hole, and they just they don't feel like doing anything. They just feel like feeling sorry for themselves. What's the word?
Self-pity.
Self-pity, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't say it.
They're just in a cycle of self-pity.
Yeah, self-pity,
That's the most destructive thing as well.
Yeah, most people don't realize that you can just grab life by the throat and say, I'm in control.
Yeah. It's really not as difficult as you think. You just got to take it slowly.
Yeah. It helps me when I think about the grand scale of things, when I scale out to the universe and look down on Earth, I imagine this in my head, and I'm just like, damn, we don't matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
We're just a speck in the universe's life. We're probably gonna get wiped out soon, so you might as well use your time valuably.
The entire human race has been not even a fraction of the entire how long the universe has been there for. It's insane.
Interesting point. Because when you think about that, then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be so sad.
Yeah,
maybe we should go and do something.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You only live once, bro. Just live your life. Don't worry about all that stuff.
What do you think about death? What's the purpose of death? Why you haven't thought about that?
What do you mean?
To that stage? Because I've been thinking about death a lot. I know it's a bit negative, but
I mean,
death is an interesting concept. I think
I'm not afraid to die.
You're not afraid to die?
No, I'm not afraid to die. I just want to leave something behind, if you know what I mean. I don't want to die without purpose, without having left something.
What do you want to leave behind? Help? Community?
I don't know. That's something I've got
Your
to figure
footprint,
out.
yeah. You have to figure it out, yeah.
I just want to leave something behind, a legacy of sorts.
You don't want to be forgotten.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I don't want to. I don't really care about being forgotten. It's just I want something to live on after me, and not just like having a kid or anything. I want something that I've created to live on after me. I don't care. I don't really care about forgotten. I don't care about fame. Yeah.
You don't not your children, not your heritage.
No, like apart from that. So yeah, that definitely is one thing. But something that I create myself. Yeah, that's my main thing. I'm not really afraid to die. A lot of people are scared to die.
Sorry?
A lot of people
they're
very scared to die.
It's because they waste their life.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. If you're content with your life, then you'll never be afraid to die.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll just be afraid of other things. Like, for example, I'm afraid of being average, being ordinary.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm very afraid of.
Yeah.
Or like...
I agree with you there.
Yeah. Or like, being so conforming to everything around me and being just a slave to...
You're wasting
everything.
Your life away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's one of my biggest fears, I'd say.
I think at this stage, the reason I say I'm not afraid to die is at this stage, I don't have much of an effect. But like later on, if I get married, if I have kids, that's definitely going to change because when you're an adult male or like just part of a family, if you're a dad, you have a huge impact on people's lives around you. So if you die, then it's gonna make it very bad.
So the more responsibility you have,
more responsibility you have, the harder it is.
Yeah,
but at this stage, it's not a huge impact.
Because like you're leaving something behind.
Yeah.
I see. What advice would you give to the youth? Just anything before we end.
Don't be ordinary. Just if you like something, just do it. Doesn't matter if other people don't like it. If you're worried about something, just don't be ordinary. Don't be lost. Do what you want. Do it one step at a time. It doesn't matter what it is, but you have to do it. Don't just go your entire life thinking, "Oh, I should have done that when I was young." You never know. You could if you have a hobby, you pursue it.
Staying still is not an option.
Exactly. Instructor doesn't swim. Doesn't swim, drowns.
Yeah, I see.
You just got to keep moving forward. Don't be like 60, retired, and then think back with regrets, thinking, "Oh, I should have done this." Live with no regrets.
It's a good one. Thank you, Ansh. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you very much. It's been a good one.
It's good.
Remember, live to elevate.